Welcome everybody to the deep dive. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Magnifi Mini Soundbar from Polk Audio. As illustrated on the box, it is a soundbar that's accompanied with a subwoofer, and there is a remote as well. I cannot emphasize how much of a difference that subwoofer makes in terms of music listening and watching movies. As you can see on the rear, the soundbar unit is made up of 6 individual drivers. Opening up the box, you can see that there's quite a bit of kit in there. Now, this environment is a little too windy for me to go through all of that. I do recommend watching my detailed unboxing video to look through the entire kit. So instead, we'll jump into the other components. If you're wondering how it performs, you don't need to wait till the end to hear that. I'll give it to you right away. It sounds amazing. It should come as no surprise that Gene of Audioholics recommended this in one of his best of for the year lists. Looking at the soundbar in terms of design and construction, it's a pretty solid unit. It's weighty, and it does have a fabric cover, which you can see gives it a sort of dotted look. The buttons are on the top, which are under a rubberized panel, which is nice to the touch. The controls, left to right, it's power, Bluetooth, source selector, night mode, and volume, reduce and then increase. Similarly, looking at the rear in terms of connectors, left to right, power, HDMI, optical input, aux input, a USB port, a Wi-Fi reset button, and an Ethernet connection. Note that the USB is not a USB port for playing music from a USB drive, rather for service and maintenance. The remote has additional buttons to control features on the soundbar, such as increasing the bass and the voice level. In terms of the construction, the remote looks fairly simple, but it is actually well thought out. The underside is curved, making it fit in the hand very nicely. The underside is also slightly textured, and the upper side is completely rubberized, making it soft to the touch, which is nice. Hope you're enjoying our content. Do consider subscribing and tell all your friends about us. Looking at the front of the device, there are LEDs to indicate what is being selected on the remote. When first connected and it's powering up, it blinks red, and then when it's in standby mode, it just stays orange. You can increase volume, which has white LEDs going up, and going down, of course, when you want to reduce the volume. When you select any of the modes, such as music mode or movie mode, it does a blinking action to indicate that it's been selected. When you hit the night mode button on the remote, the LED goes purple. What it does is it slightly adjusts the frequency response of the device so that the lower frequencies and bass are reduced so that it does not disturb neighbors, especially if you have thin walls. This is a nice, thoughtful inclusion. It's also nice that you can increase specifically the dialogue, especially if you're watching a movie, you might want to do that. Other color indicators include the Bluetooth, which makes the LED go blue. When you power off the device using the remote, the orange standby light goes away. And what's nice is if audio comes in on the source, it will automatically power on and start playing. As for the included subwoofer, it's wireless and factory paired to the device, which makes it easy for moving around or setting up wherever you want in your room. There is only one connector, which is for power, and that's on the rear of the subwoofer. The subwoofer is not too heavy and includes a 6-inch driver. The model is ported, and you can see that port beside the driver. Due to copyright issues, I'm not going to be able to play content for you, but I can tell you that the device performed extremely well. If it's music you're listening to, whether it be the coarseness of a voice or the warmth of a voice, it's very clearly recreated by the Magnifi Mini Soundbar. The experience is similarly impressive with movies. I was watching a scene of Narcos the other day, and when a truck pulled up, the rumble of the engine was excellent. And while watching Jurassic Park, the thud of the dinosaurs walking around was also something that I could feel. But in terms of positional audio, I would say it's not too good. So if you're looking for a surround sound experience, this is probably not for you. During my testing, I tried 3 different environments, one being my office cabin, which is fairly small. I also tried it in the bedroom of my condo. And in both cases, the Magnifi Mini was able to fill the room with sound in an ample manner. I also did use it in an unorthodox setting in an outdoor cabin in the woods, and it actually was able to do a pretty good job, and the others who were there also enjoyed it. While not necessarily cheap, this is a quality product and you do get what you pay for. So in terms of a quality audio experience, you are certainly getting that, and given that it's a Polk audio product, that should come as no surprise. So should you buy the Polk Audio Magnifi Mini? Well, if you're looking for a quality soundbar, then this is a great buy. It's great for music, and even for TV shows, they do come alive. But if you're on a very tight budget, this would probably be outside of your price point. Also, if you're looking for positional sound and 3D audio, especially in movies with surround sound, this is probably not the best suited for that. If you'd like more information on this particular device, do consider reading our detailed review. That does have a lot more information on the audio testing both for movies and music.